राम 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 सर्वेभ्यः नमो नमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। संस्कृतं कथमस्ति? संस्कृतं सुलभमस्ति। किमर्थं? संस्कृतभाषा सरला भाषा। अतः वयं सर्वे संस्कृतम् अवश्यं पठामः। अहं संस्कृतम् अवश्यं पठामि। So in today's class, let us learn the new lesson, which is Shashtha Pathaha, the sixth lesson as per the textbook. And the name of the lesson is Indriyani. What do you mean by Indriyam? Indriyam is nothing but an organ of perception and action. A sense organ or any organ that is used for movement, etc. All these are called Indriyani in Sanskritam. Indriyam is an Napumsakalinga Shabda similar to Vanam or Phalam, etc. So Vanam, Vane, Vanani, Indriyam, Indriye, Indriyani. Nakara will be there for the Bahuvachanam. Okay. Let us start learning this lesson.
Idam Shariram. Atra pancha jnanendriyani santi. Tani nayanam, shravanam, ghranam, rasana, tvakcha.
Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha. So let us try to see also the meaning of each of these sentences, and again after that we shall see some of the meanings in English as well, and then let us continue based on that. Okay. So shariram, idam shariram. What is shariram? Means body. Idam shariram. So here idam, we are using idam. Idam is another pronoun that is there, which is the idam shabda only. Makarantaha napumsakalingaha idam shabdaha. And this also means this basically. So similar to etat shariram, we can use idam shariram. Okay. Next, after that, what is this? Is the body? This is the human body. Someone is telling, and then the next sentence is atra pancha jnanendriyani santi. Indriyam. Indriyam, we have already seen. What is Indriyam? Indriyam is basically any organ of perception and movement. Here, we are classifying it as Jnanendriyam. Jnanendriyam is nothing but one which is used to sense something. That is all the sense organs. So, Pancha Jnanendriyani Santi. 5 Jnanendriyas are there. Which are they? Tani, Nayanam, Shravanam, Ghranam, Rasana, Tvak cha. Nayanam, eyes. Shravanam, ears. Ghranam, nose. Rasana, tongue. And then Tvak is the skin. So these are the 5 sense organs. So Nayanam, the other synonyms that we can use: Nayanam, Netram, Chakshuhu. Shravanam, Shrotram, Karnaha. Ghranam or Nasika, we have learned the name Nasika earlier. Then Rasana or Jihva, the tongue, and then Tvak or Charma. Okay, Nayanam, Shravanam, Ghranam, Tvak, all these 4 are in Napumsakalinga Shabda. Rasana is a Strilinga Shabda. Akarantaha Strilingaha, Rasana Shabdaha. So it is similar to Sita, Sita, Site, Sitaha. Rasana, Rasane, Rasanaha. Okay, we shall proceed further. Please make note of these meanings as well. And then here we have seen one word which is atra. Atra means here. Okay, some similar other words which mean or which denote the place are here: atra, tatra, anyatra, ekatra, sarvatra. These are the 6 or 5 words which are used to depict where it is. If you ask a question, where, kutra prachalati, where is this happening? If you ask a question, then you can answer it with atra prachalati, tatra prachalati, Bengaluru nagare prachalati, etc. So atra tatra is with respect to here and there. Anyatra is elsewhere, not here, not there, also somewhere else. Okay, and then ekatra, at one place. So all people have gathered at one place, or everything is there in one place, etc. Ekatra we can use. And next sarvatra is everywhere. Devaha kutra asti, Devaha sarvatra asti. Okay, and then kutra, as you have already learned, kutra is basically where is this, etc. Okay, so we shall proceed further.
वयं नेत्राभ्यां रूपं पश्यामः, नेत्रविहीनः अन्धः, एकेन नेत्रेण विहीनः काणः, नेत्राभ्यां विना जीवनं न सुखकरम्, सर्वेन्द्रियाणां नयनं प्रधानम्.
Uttamam, well read. Dhanyavadaha. So let us read these again. So vayam, aham, avam, vayam, vayam, we, netrabhyam rupam pashyamaha. Vayam pashyamaha. Now we shall ask questions and then we will try to understand it further. Vayam kim pashyamaha? Kim
pashyamaha.
Right. Vayam rupam pashyamaha. So this is in Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Vayam rupam pashyamaha. Now I will ask one more question. Vayam rupam katham pashyamaha. How will we see?
Netrabhyam pashyamaha.
That is right. Netrabhyam pashyamaha. With the help of two eyes. Netrabhyam is dvivachana. Can you identify which vibhakti it is?
Tritiya vibhakti dvivachanam.
Yes, Tritiya vibhakti dvivachanam. So katham, whenever we ask a question how, etc., the instrument of the act, right? So vayam netrabhyam rupam pashyamaha. Okay. Next, netra vihinaha andhaha. So andhaha means a blind person. Okay. Before that, rupam is basically any form or color. Andhaha is a blind person. So who is a blind? If a question is asked, then netra vihinaha. Netrabhyam vihinaha, one who is not having an eye, or one who is unable to see, one who does not have eyes. Okay, he is andhaha. Netra vihinaha andhaha. Vihinaha means not having. Netra vihinaha, one who is not having the eyes. Okay. Next, ekena netrena vihinaha kanaha. Now he is they are telling about one more variant, like in a sense, if you are blinded by both the eyes, then you are a totally blind person, which is andhaha. But if you have partial vision, like maybe one of the eyes is not functioning well or correctly, in such cases you will be called a kanaha. So ekena netrena vihinaha, ekena netrena, ekam netram, ekena netrena. So ekena is the visheshana for netra shabda. So since we know it is an instrument for seeing, ekena netrena vihinaha. So if a person is not having, or if he is having some issue or trouble with one of the eyes, netrena vihinaha saha kanaha, he is called akanaha. Okay, one-eyed person, you can think that that way. Okay. So next, netrabhyam vina jivanam na sukhakaram. So vina is the avyaya, which we have also seen in previous lessons. So whenever we use vina, the corresponding noun will be in tritiya vibhakti. So here again, vina is being referred to or is in association with netra shabda, and hence netrabhyam is in tritiya vibhakti. Tritiya vibhakti dvivachanam. Again, this also tritiya vibhakti dvivachanam. Netrabhyam vina, without the eyes, jivanam na sukhakaram. Jivanam, the life, will not be happy. Okay, we will not be happy in life without the eyes. Na sukhakaram. So jivanam means life. Sukhakaram is there will be no happiness. Okay. Next, sarvendriyanam nayanam pradhanam. So if you consider all the indriyas, sarvendriyanam, Here there is a sandhi which is guna sandhi. Okay. Now I'm trying to tell and explain the sandhis as well as when it comes in this lesson. Guna sandhihi, the rule, I will explain it again in detail. But for now, how to split this if you ask a question. So sarvendriyana, in this it is based on two words. One is sarva. Sarva means every, all, and indriya. Indriya is all sense organs. So sarvendriyana, sarva indriya, sarvendriya. That's how it becomes. Akara will be there in the end of the first word, and then ikara is there at the beginning of the second word. So akara and ikara join together to form ekara. So if you remember the varnotpatti sthanas, akuha visarjaniyanam kantha, the place of origin for akara is kantha. Then similarly for ikara, ichu yashanam talu. Ikara is talu. Now when you combine both these letters, a and e, we get ekara, for which the place of origin is edaitoho kantha talu. If you remember the sutram. So kantha and talu, akara and ikara are joining, and it is producing one more letter which is ekara. So sarva indriya, sarvendriya. Similarly, ganeshaha, gana ishaha, ganeshaha. You can recollect any words that is having ekara in between. If you can recognize that there are two words in that particular compound or in that combination, and then if an ekara is coming, then that means to say that is one of the case of this guna sandhi. Let us see if we can identify more when we see in this lesson. So sarvendriyanam, of all the sense organs, shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam here. Okay, shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam. Sarvendriyanam nayanam pradhanam. Nayanam is the prominent one, or the most important one is nayanam. That is the eyes. Hope this is clear. This is the second paragraph or the second set of statements that are there in the textbook. We shall proceed further. The next one.
रसनया विविधान् रसान् आस्वादयामः तया एव वदामः रसनेन्द्रियेण विहीनः मूको भवति रसनया विना वक्तुं न पारयामः.
Very good. Okay. So, well read. Now, I shall ask a few questions so you can try answering them. Rasanaya vividhan rasan aswadayamaha. Which is the kriya padam here?
Aswadayamaha.
Aswadayamaha. That is right. Aswadayamaha kriya padam. So, who is doing this act or who is doing this action of aswadayamaha?
Rasanaya.
No, who?
Sarvebhyaha.
No.
Why?
When do we? Okay. Now let us identify which purusha and vachana is this. Aswadayamaha.
उत्तम पुरुषः तृतीय बहुवचनं.
That is uttama purusha and bahuvachanam, right? So when do we use uttama purusha?
Vayam.
वयं.
That is
Vayam.
vayam. Yes. So in this case, basically, vayam is something which is not given in the sentence, but we should assume that it is vayam. Okay. Vayam rasanaya vividhan rasan aswadayamaha. Now, vividhan rasan. Okay. Let us identify the vibhaktis of these two words. Can anyone tell which vibhakti it is in?
Tritiya vibhakti. Bahuvachanam.
Vidya vibhakti bahuvachanam. That is right. Pullinga shabda rasaha. Ramaha ramo ramaha. Ramam ramo raman. Rasan. Vividhan. Okay. So vayam kim aswadayamaha? Vayam rasan aswadayamaha. Next we will ask again. Vayam kidrishan rasan aswadayamaha. Then it becomes vayam vividhan rasan aswadayamaha. So we can taste different variety of tastes. Okay. So that is the meaning of this sentence. Now, which are those rasas? Which are those tastes? If you ask a question, Shad rasaha. We have also learned this in the Sankhya chapter. Madhura, Katu, Lavana, Amla, Kashaya, and Tikta. These are the 6 tastes which are there. So Madhuraha, Katuhu, Lavanam, Amlaha, Kashayaha, and then Tiktaha. So we will be able to taste all these 6 tastes or vividhan rasan. Vividha means variety of or many. Okay. So now rasanaya, which vibhakti it is in?
तृतीया विभक्ति
Tritiya Bhakti. That is right. Tritiya Bhakti Ekavachanam. So Rasanaya is by the help of the tongue. So Vayam Rasanaya Vivan Rasan Aswadayamaha. Now Aswadayati Aswadayamaha means it is taste. Vadati means speaks. Taya eva nama Rasanaya eva. So whenever we use a pronoun, we will have to refer to the immediately used noun, which is also in which directly refers to it. So taya eva vadamaha. So rasanaya eva vadamaha. This is also in Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Okay, because this is the instrument with the help of the tongue only we'll be able to speak. Vayam taya eva vadamaha. Eva is with that only. Only. This is the meaning of eva is only. Okay. Next, rasanendriyena vihinaha muko bhavati. Rasanendriyena. Now, similar to sarvendriyanam, can you identify what could be the sandhi here?
Mukha.
How to
गुण
spell this?
संधि
Guna Sandhi.
रसन रसन इंद्रिय
Yeah. Okay. Is it rasana or rasana indriya?
रसना
Rasana Indriya.
Yes, it is rasana. Okay. Rasana plus indriya. Okay. Rasana plus indriyena. Okay. Rasana indriyena, because the word itself is akaranta strilinga shabda. So rasanendriyena vihinaha. Vihinaha again, one who is not having it. Vihinaha muko bhavati. Here again, there is a sandhi which is visarga sandhi, which we are not learning in detail in Tritiya. Sorry, I mean in Prathama class. So we shall be learning that in Tritiya basically. So mukaha bhavati. How it is split? It is mukaha bhavati. So rasanendriyena vihinaha. One man, any person who is not having a tongue will a muka. Muka is a dumb person or a mute person. Okay. Next, let us go to the next line. That is rasanaya vina vaktum na parayamaha. Again, here we are again using the vina. Corresponding word again will be in Tritiya Bhakti rasanaya vaktum. So this is one again a special word in the sense we hadn't seen this kind of words so far. Vaktum is basically it's also an avyaya. Basically, it will not change with respect to the number or gender or case. Vaktum means to speak. To speak. Okay. Vaktum is to speak. We will not be able to speak. We will not be able to speak without the tongue. Na parayamaha is will not be able. Parayamaha, the just word parayamaha means able to. Na will negate it. So we will not be able to speak vaktum rasanaya vina, without a tongue. Okay. Na parayati means not able to. Okay. Hope everything is clear on this side. Rasanaya is again vachanam. Parayamaha is again uttama purushaha.
उत्तम पुरुषः बहुवचनं
That's right. Sure. Dhanyavadaha sarvebhyah. So we shall proceed to the next set of statements.
घ्राणेन गन्धं जिघ्रामः
Right?
गावः गन्धेन पश्यन्ति.
Very good. Okay. Ghranena gandham jighramaha. Again here also, can you identify which purusha and vachana this is?
उत्तम पुरुषः सर. वयं
Uttama purusha and bahuvachanam. Okay.
बहुवचनं.
Yes. Vayam ghranena gandham jighramaha. That is the meaning. Okay. If you ask a question now, Vayam jighramaha. Vayam kim kurmaha? Vayam jighramaha. We smell. Jighrati means smells. Now, kim jighramaha? Gandham jighramaha. So this is in Vidya Bhakti Ekavachanam. Katham. How do we smell? With the help of what? Ghranena. Ghranena, the nose. With the help of nose. Again, this is in Tritiya Bhakti Ekavachanam. Okay. Again, here in this sentence also, Vayam is something which is not given directly, explicitly, but that is the understanding that we should have. Vayam jighramaha. Okay. So gandhaha is a pullinga shabda. Akarantaha pullingaha gandhaha smell. So gandham is dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Jighrati means smells and jigramaha means we all smell. Okay, next. Gavaha gandhena pashyanti. Ke pashyanti.
गा-
गावः
गावः
Gavaha pashyanti.
पश्य
Gavaha pashyanti. Gavaha is bahuvachana rupa of gauhu shabda. Okay. Gauhu gavau gavaha. So means the cows basically. So this is prathama bhakti bahuvachanam. Again, we are not learning this shabda. We shall learn in the further classes. Gauhu gavau gavaha. Gavaha is bahuvachanam. If you know that, that should be sufficient. Katham pashyanti gandhena pashyanti. With the help of the smell, they'll be able to see. That means to say this is part of one of the Subhashitam, which says how do various people, how do cows see, how do intelligent men see, how do kings see, etc. It's a part of one beautiful Subhashitam. So gavo gandhena pashyanti. So gavaha gandhena pashyanti. They will be able to identify or see with the help of the smell. So that is the meaning of this sentence. Okay. So gavaha means cows. Okay. Dhanyavadaha.
श्रवणाभ्यां शब्दम् आकर्णयामः
Akarnayamaha. Yes.
आकर्णयामः
Right.
श्रवणेन्द्रियविहीनः बधिरः श्रुत्वा एव अज्ञः प्राज्ञः भवति अतः तत्कथा श्रवणम् एव कर्णाभरणम्.
Very good. Well read. So I shall ask a few questions again based on this. Akarnayamaha. So in this lesson, please identify and note down all the kriya padas that we are identifying, okay, and which I am telling. So we'll have to practice these kriya padas. So that will be helpful for us to use them and know what exactly they mean. Okay. Kriya padam akarnayamaha iti asti. So punaha atrapi vayam iti adhyahartavyah. So we'll have to think vayam akarnayamaha. Vayam kim akarnayamaha?
शब्दम् आकर्णयामः.
Shabdam akarnayamaha. Akarnayamaha means listens or hears. We will be able to hear. Kim shabdam, sound. Shabdam is sound. Again, this is in Dvitiya Bhakti Ekavachanam. Katham, how can we hear sound? With the help of what?
श्रवणाभ्यां शब्दम् आकर्णयामः.
Shravanabhyam shabdam akarnayamaha. With the help of 2 ears. Okay. With the help of 2 ears. So this is again Tritiya Bhakti Dvivachanam. Okay. Now shabdaha sound and then akarnayati means listens. Okay. Akarnayati. Karnayati akarnayati. Okay. Now Shravanendriya vihinaha badhiraha. Shravanendriya vihinaha. So can you split here? How do we do it?
श्रवण इन्द्रिय.
Very good. Shravana indriya, Shravanendriya vihinaha, Shravanendriyena vihinaha. That's again basically this is a samasa. Don't worry about it. But the meaning of that, this word, this compound word is one who is not having this Shravana indriya, one who is not having the ears, or one who cannot listen, cannot hear. He is a badhira. Badhiraha is a deaf person. Okay. Next, shrutva. Shrutva means having heard. Okay. By hearing. You can also take think that by hearing and hearing. That is by listening to elders, by listening to teachers, etc. By listening and learning or hearing basically. By that only, again eva only, ajnaha prajnaha bhavati. A fool or a dumb person can become an intelligent one only by listening, with the help of listening. So this again, shrutva also an avyayam. Similar to vaktum in a previous slide where we saw vaktum to speak, the same way shrutva is by hearing. Okay. So agyaha fool, pragyaha wise. So a fool will become wise by hearing. So this is by hearing we do something like this. Okay. Ataha because of this. Satkatha Shravanam Eva Karnabharanam. What is the Karnabharanam? What is the real ornament for our ears? If you ask, it is not any earrings or anything else, but
Listening to
Satkatha
a story?
Shravanam. Yes, listening to good or yes,
Satkatha, sorry. Good,
yes,
good story.
Satkatha Shravanam. Yes, listening to good things. Okay, Katha means not just story. Satkatha Shravanam means it is anything good that we listen. That is the
Sorry.
ornament for our ears. That's the meaning of this sentence. Eva again only. So Satkatha Shravanam Eva Karnabharanam. So this is how both of these are
Thank you.
Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Okay. Shravanam means listening, hearing. Satkatha Shravanam is basically listening to good things. Okay. So hope this is clear. We shall proceed to the next slide now.
त्वचा स्पृशामः त्वगीन्द्रियं शरीरे सर्वत्र व्याप्तम् अस्ति त्वचा विना शीतम् उष्णं च ज्ञातुं न पारयामः.
Kim kurmaha now sprishamaha. Sprishamaha is again in Tritiya in Uttama Purusha and Bahuvachanam. Vayam sprishamaha. We'll be able to sprishamaha means to touch, okay, to feel and touch.
Okay.
Touch, okay. Tvacha. Katham sprishamaha with the help of the skin. Tvacha. Again, this is tvak shabda.
Tvacha.
Tvagindriyam sharire sarvatra vyaptam asti. Asti staha santi. Kim vyaptam asti, if you ask a question. Tvagindriyam sharire sarvatra vyaptam asti. Vyaptam means it is there, it is spread out. Okay, it is spread out. Vyaptam, spread out. Sarvatra, we just saw this. Atra, tatra, sarvatra. Sarvatra means everywhere. Everywhere where? In the shariram. Sharire sarvatra. Saptami Vibhakti hi ekavachanam. So the Tvagindriyam is spread over all over the body. Is spread all over the body. Tvak Indriyam, Tvagindriyam. So basically here there is another sandhi, Tvak Indriyam, which the kakara changes to gakara, Tvagindriyam. This is called Jestva sandhi. Okay, this is a Vyanjana sandhi which will not be dealing in or in detail in Prathama. So Tvak Indriyam, Tvagindriyam. It is a Jestva sandhi, example of a Jestva sandhi. Just know that at this moment, that should be sufficient. Okay, now the next line again, Tvacha vina, without the help of the skin, Tvacha vina, without the help of skin, Sheetam Ushnam cha Jnatum na parayamaha. We will not be able to identify, will not be able to know whether anything is hot or cold without the help of our skin. So Vyaptam is pervading or it is spread out. And then Sheetam means cold, Ushnam means hot. So we will be able to feel the hotness or the coldness because of our skin. So that is the meaning of this line. So Tvacha, again Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Sheetam Ushnam is in Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. These are both are Napumsakalinga Shabdas. Jnatum. Jnatum is again similar to Vaktum. To know. This sentence, this word means to know. Jnatum na parayamaha. We will not be able to. We will not be able to know Jnatum, Sheetam or Ushnam, hotness or coldness of or hot or cold without the help of Tvak, which is the skin. So hope this is clear. We shall proceed next to the next set of sentences.
Evam panchendriyani jana upakurvanti etesham indriyanam nigraham krutva sarvatra vijayate janaha. Ataha indriya nigrahaya yantraha vidheyaha.
Yatnaha vidheyaha.
Oh, yatnaha, sorry.
Yes, okay. So now again I shall ask questions. Let us see. Upakurvanti. We have seen this. Can you identify which Purusha and Vachana it is and also which Kriya Padam?
Kurvanti Bahuvachanam.
It is Bahuvachana. Which Purusha?
Uttama Purusha.
Prathama Purusha.
No, it is not Uttama Purusha.
Panchendriyani jana.
This is Prathama Purusha.
Yes, Karoti, kurutah, kurvanti. It is prathama purusha. Kru dhatu, karoti. We have seen. Upa is the prefix that is added. This is called upasarga, basically prefix. This means to say karoti means does. Okay. Now here upakaroti means it helps. So when we add upa as a prefix to kru dhatu, the meaning will be changed to helps and not does. Okay. So evam in this way, panchendriyani. Can you split here again? What is the padacheda here?
Pancha plus indriyani.
Pancha plus indriyani. That is right. Panchendriyani. Janan upakurvanti. This helps the people. This helps all. This helps everyone in this way. In this way. Okay. How? Again. Next. Etesham indriyanam nigraham kritva sarvatra vichayate janaha. The janaha, any man for that matter, will be victorious. Okay. Upakaroti means helps. So will be victorious. Vijayate will become victorious by what? How can he become victorious? If you ask a question, etesham indriyanam nigraham kritva. Kritva means having done. That is having a control over all these sense organs. All these organs, one will be able to win or one will be victorious. Where? Sarvatra vichayate. Everywhere. So if we have a good control on all our indriyas, all our sense organs, then we will be victorious everywhere. So, or here he said that a man will become victorious, will be victorious everywhere if he has control over his sense organs. So that is the meaning of this sentence. So, etesham indriyanam. Can you identify the vibhakti and vachana?
Etesham is dvitiya vibhakti.
No.
Etesham is sixth vibhakti. Shashti
That is
vibhakti.
right.
Shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam. Bahuvachanam.
That's right. Etesham indriyanam. Again, this also is Shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam. Okay. So nigraham means to control. Nigraha and nigraham is dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam here. Kritva is again an avya, similar to shrutva, kritva, etc. Okay. Kritva means having done, by doing, etc. You can use it in these meanings. So sarvatra vijayate janaha. Janaha sarvatra vijayate. Kaha vijayate? Janaha vijayate. Kutra vijayate? Sarvatra vijayate. Okay. These are the questions and answers from this sentence. The last sentence on this slide. Ataha, because of this, ataha indriya nigrahaya yatnaha vidheyaha. Because of this, hence, because if we want to be victorious, or people will be victorious if they have good control over the indriyas. Because of this, indriya nigrahaya, because of this, we will yatnaha vidheyaha. Yatnaha means efforts have to be put in. Effort must be put in, or effort must be taken to control our organs, control our sense organs. Indriya nigrahaya. Indriyanam nigrahaya. Basically, this is a samasa. Indriyanam nigrahaya. To control, to have a control over our sense organs. For that, we should put lot of efforts. So that is the meaning of this last sentence. Okay, hope this is clear. This is in Chaturthi Bhakti. Nigrahaya, Ramaya. Okay, Chaturthi Bhakti ekavachanam. The purpose. What is the purpose? For what purpose should we put in our efforts? We need to put in our efforts because we need to have control over our sense organs. Okay. In this direction of having control over the sense organs, we should put in our efforts. So that is the meaning of this sentence. Hope that's clear. We should proceed further. Netram shrotram tatha ghranam.
Netram shrotram tatha ghranam. Netram shrotram tatha ghranam.
Tvakjihvendriyamuchyate.
Tvakjihvendriyamuchyate. Tvakjihvendriyamuchyate.
Tannigrahat sukha praptihi.
Tannigrahat sukha praptihi. Tannigrahat sukha praptihi.
Anyatha na samuchyate.
Anyatha na samuchyate. अन्यथा न समुच्यते.
Uttamam, dhanyawadaha. So let us try to see. Can you identify if there is any sandhi in this word? Tvajjihvendriyam uchyate.
त्वक्जिह्वेन्द्रियम् उच्यते. त्वक्जिह्वेन्द्रिय. जिह्वा प्लस इंद्रिया जिह्वेन्द्रिय.
That is right. Jihva akaranta strilinga shabda. Jihva plus indriya jihvendriya. Okay, that is right. Tvak jihva indriya. So tvak jihva, there is no like, I mean, there is a sandhi which is not evident because tvak is the word itself. Tvak jihva, and then jihva indriya jihvendriya. Jihvendriyam uchyate. There is no sandhi here. It is just a gunitaksharam. Indriyam and uchyate. Uchyate means is said. Okay. So netram shrotram tatha ghranam tvak jihva indriyam uchyate. These 5 are called indriyas. So ear, eye, ear, nose, skin, and tongue are called, or these are called indriyas, and by control of which tannigrahat, tasya tesham nigrahat, or tasya nigrahat, sukha praptihi, happiness is achieved. Sukha praptihi. Otherwise, okay, anyatha na samuchyate, na saha muchyate. Basically, saha is any person cannot be free. A man cannot be free. Okay, that is the meaning, overall meaning of this shlokam that we have learnt. Okay, practice this. This shloka. Netram shrotram tatha ghranam tvajjihvendriyam uchyate. Tvajjihvendriyam uchyate. Or if you join also, there's no issue because it's just a gunitaksharam here. Tannigrahat sukha praptihi anyatha na sah muchyate. Okay, there is a visarga lopa here. Okay, though when we split, it becomes anyatha na saha muchyate. When we tell it together, it becomes anyatha na sa muchyate. Okay, so at this point, I want to briefly introduce the concept of sandhi. What is sandhi? Though we will take it up and learn in detail with respect to the sandhis that are there in our syllabus. So sandhi is nothing but whenever 2 letters come too close, or whenever there is no gap that we give between letters, then we will be able to see there is some change or some transformation in those letters. This itself is called sandhi. Okay, so for example, we can take Deva Alaya. So 2 words again, Deva and Alaya, and we have the ending letter of the first word, which is Deva, which we call Purva Padam. Purva Padam is the first word, and Uttara Padam is the second word. Okay, the ending letter of the Purva Padam is Akara. Deva Akara. The A V A. Okay, and the starting letter of the Uttara Padam is Akara. So A and A, these 2 letters are coming very close. That means there's no gap. So when we say Deva Alaya, and if you tell it fast by minimizing the gap between reciting these 2 words, Deva Alaya, Deva Alaya, Deva Alaya, Deva Alaya, Deva Alaya, Deva Alaya, Deva Alaya. If you keep on telling it multiple times with even in faster speed, etc., then this Akara, Akara will merge to give Akara, Devalaya. So this change, what you see in the Akara and the second letter Akara, which both combine to form to give Akara, this entire process or this change is called Sandhi. Now, there are 3 different ways in which the letters will be changed or letters will be transformed. Okay, so one is what we have just seen, wherein both the letters combine to give one final letter. Okay, this is called Adesha. In place of both these letters, there's one more letter which is coming. Okay, in place of. Okay, remember that. So in the final word, for example, here as well, Jihvendriya, we can consider this example as well. Jihva, Akara is there, and then Indriya, Ikara is there. But in the final form, both Akara and Ikara are not there, and only the resultant Ekara is only present in the final form. This is called Adesha. Now, we will see one more type which is also present, 2 more types which is also present here. One more is Lopaha. Lopaha is whenever there is based on Sandhi rules, a particular letter will be eliminated. In this case, saha muchyate, the visarga is eliminated because of the Sandhi rule. This is one more important concept, which is lopa. It is removed. This is second kind of transformation or change that is possible in the letters whenever Sandhi occurs. Next, another case is here where there is an addition, agama. There is an addition of one more letter because of the Sandhi. So if we split this, this is basically tat and then nigrahat. Tat nigrahat. That is how this is split into. But if you see in the final form, nigrahat is there intact like that only. Okay. But takara is changed. Okay. So again, here is also it is an adesha only. In place of takara, nakara is coming. Similar to this, we can see san achyutaha. There is one more example where it becomes sannachyutaha. There is one more nakara being added. So that is called as agama. So in general, we can think it as three types. So which is agama, adesha, and lopa. These are the three possibilities whenever a sandhi occurs. Okay. So just remember this. We shall we'll also learn more with respect to this. Okay. So now the homework for today is to practice and complete the exercises on Indriyani. We shall also discuss the exercises now, but I want you to try it out on your own as well once for the questions for this particular lesson Indriyani. Now we shall discuss the exercises now itself. So we will be able to complete that portion in today's class itself.
Jnanendriyani kani.
Nayanam, Shravanam, Granam, Rasana,
Granam,
Rasana, Pak, Cha, Jnanendriyani.
Very good. Okay, so these are the Jnanendriyas. Okay, Nayanam, Shravanam, Granam, Rasana, Tvakcha, Pancha Jnanendriyani. You can write Pancha, though it's not asked like Kani, it's just like which are all the Jnanendriyas. You can give more information. Pancha Jnanendriyani. These are the 5 Jnanendriyas. Okay. Yes. Next one.
Shravanendriya vihinaha kaha.
Shravanendriya vihinaha badhiraha.
Very good. Shravanendriya vihinaha badhiraha. Badhiraha means a deaf person. Okay. Next.
Gavaha kena pashyanti.
Gavaha granena pashyanti.
It is not granena, but gandhena, with the help of smell. Okay, with the help of smell. Gandhena pashyanti.
Gandhena pashyanti.
Yes.
Shabdam kabhyam akarnayamaha.
Karnabhyam.
Very good. Shabdam karnabhyam akarnayamaha.
Panchendriyani kan upakurvanti.
Panchendriyani
kan upakurvanti. Sarvam upakurvanti. Panchendriyani.
Panchendriyani janan
upakurvanti. Janan upakurvanti.
Janan
helps.
Yes.
Janan helps.
Yes. Janan upakurvanti. Kan is again Bahuvachana.
Janan.
Kam kau kan. Janan upakurvanti. Okay. That's it. Dhanyawadaha. Okay. So we shall go to the next main. So hope these answers are clear. So now we'll see the fill in the blanks. Ekena dash vihinaha kanaha. Can you answer?
Ekena netrena vihinaha kanaha.
Very good. Vayam netrabhyam dash pashyamaha.
Rupam pashyamaha.
That is right. Very good. Rupam pashyamaha. Then dash nayanam pradhanam.
Sarva indriyani nayanam pradhanam.
Sarvendriyanam nayanam.
Sarvendriyanam nayanam pradhanam.
Very good. Anyatha nasa
muchyate.
Very good. Anyatha nasa muchyate. Very good. So these are the exercises. Second main for fill in the blanks. Dhanyawadaha bhagini. Chaturtham padam likhata. Based on the relation or similar to the second word, like first 2 words, you will have to identify the last word. Netra vihinaha andhaha. Rasanendriya vihinaha. I shall give out the answer. It is mukaha. Rasanendriya vihinaha. Mukaha. Mukaha cannot speak. Okay. Second one. Can you try the second one now? Nasika gandham. Nayanam. It is rupam. Okay. Nayanam rupam. Basically, we can see rupam through the nayanam. So nayanabhyam rupam pashyamaha. Okay. Next, last one.
भूतानि पञ्चः
इंद्रियाणि कति
इन्द्रियाणि षष्टः
no इंद्रियाणि also is पंचेन्द्रियाणि
पंच
okay
पंचः sorry
धन्यवादाः महोदय sure please practice okay we shall proceed to the next main now sandhim vibhajya nama likhata this is the main which is there
tatra api
yes tatrapi this is savarna dirgha sandhi okay so I will put the names of the sandhi in this slide but once I cover the sandhi chapter I will explain it and then we can revisit this okay tvagindriyam this I discussed during the class so if you can remember and
indriyam
yeah tvak plus indriyam that is right plus indriyam right next one jnanendriyani
jnana indriyani
very good jnana indriyani this is guna sandhi next sarvendriyanam
sarva indriyanam
very good sarva indriyanam sarvendriyanam next
rasana indriyena
right very good rasana indriyena rasanendriyena
yes
this is because the shabda is rasana is akaranta strilinga shabda
okay.
so whenever we split the sandhi both these words should have independent usage and independent meanings okay so so for example here so though we may see yena is the recommend rasanendriyena we cannot make it as rasanendriya ina we cannot make it because ina is not a independent word and usage okay so whenever we split we need to ensure both the words are correct next shravanendriya vihinaha
shravana indriya vihinaha
yeah shravana indriya vihinaha that's right next last one panchendriyani
pancha indriyani
very good so all these after the first second that is the last 5 are all guna sandhihi you can write it as guna sandhihi the first one is savarna dirgha sandhihi we will learn in detail and do more exercise related to this soon in the upcoming class but just remember that so tvak indriyam is basically jastva sandhihi as I told in the class okay so we shall go to the next main padanam artham likhata so this main padanam artham likhata will have to tell the answer in English or in basically in Kannada so which is the meanings in English or Kannada that is the main okay not synonyms not paryaya padani so badhiraha
deaf
very good prajnaha
wise
very good wise man or scholar next kanaha
one-eyed
very good one-eyed person okay next ushnam
heat
hot yes dhanyawadaha well answered okay we shall proceed to the next main now paryaya padam likhata this is the synonyms this we'll have to write in Sanskritam Nayanam can you try one more synonym in Sanskritam
netram
very good netram chakshuhu okay rasana
jihva
right next one
shravanam stotram karnaha
very good karnaha shrotram ghranam
nasika
very good nasika uttamam dhanyawadaha bhagini well answered okay so please remember these are easy and straightforward so karnaha is a pullinga shabda karnaha okay next nasika strilinga shabda so whenever we come across any word try to identify its linga okay which linga it is and then which vibhakti and which vachana it is occurring also so that will help us to identify quickly and also we'll be able to use it also later okay that is the reason okay next we'll do this last main
vihinaha vihinau vihinaha
parayamaha is a kriya padam okay pathamaha it is something like that dash dash pathamaha can you identify the two vachanas it is pathati sorry pathami pathavaha pathamaha similar to that parayami parayavaha parayamaha okay it is a kriya padam okay next can you tell the third and fourth one katha
katha kate kathaha
very good katha kathe kathaha last one rasana
Rasana, Rasane, Rasanaha.
Very good. Rasana, Rasane, Rasanaha. So these are the exercises of lesson Indriyani. So I request all of you to please practice and do these exercises as much as possible today itself, so that we can proceed further in our next class. Okay. Okay. With that, we shall end today's class. So if there are any questions that are unanswered, please do write an email to me at raghu.vyoma@gmail.com. Sarvebhyaha ram ram ram, namo namaha.